All right, it looks like we're live here, so I'm going to go ahead and start this. What I want to show you is how this new version, which I guess I'll call 2.0, actually is working. What I'm looking for, indicators, stuff like that, and how it actually creates a buy and how it creates a sell. And then just certain things that kind of restrict this more than the last one was. The last one, I made a mistake, got too loose on some of the indicators, tried to put too many indicators in, and then tried to put it all in one script. It looked like it was working well. Problem was that I was giving buy signs and close signs or sell signs on a close of the bars or on the open of the bar instead of the close of the bar, which could actually change if it was actually a gain or if it was actually a loss. So in this one, have actually corrected those, and I'm going to make this where you can now, or it now closes on the right side of the bar, so it'll give a buy indicator on the close, so you have the right buy amount. It'll give a sell indicator on the close of the sell bar on the buy amount. So I have two different scripts, well, three different scripts in here, and I'm just going to pull up any window here, kind of show you what the scripts do. So in this particular case, what we have is that we have a script that gives you the high-low lines for the day. So this is based on the 15-minute chart. So we'll go to the 15-minute chart. And we can see that on the first bar of the 15-minute chart, we mark our low for the day and we mark our high for the day, and that's where we're trading at. The next script that I have loaded in here is trading on this 20 EMA line. And you can see it's the blue line here. So what we're doing is we're scalping on that. The other script I have is a strict one buy, one sell script, looking for indicators for a bar change where there could be a change or reversal. And it's also going to be checking that reversal on an RSI level. So depending on where you're at, if you're looking at a buy, we should be below this 30 RSI line or at it. If we're doing a sell, we should be above this RSI line 70. We also are only trading within the trading hours. It can be adjusted to trade outside of hours if you have the ability to trade outside of hours. I don't have that ability at this point, so I'm just doing this for trading within the hours. So what we're going to do, this could be used on any chart. We'll look at the 1 minute chart first. And we can see here, for some reason, we're getting a buy outside of hours that we shouldn't get. It only happens on this 1 minute chart. I have not been able to figure out why that is yet. Sooner or later, I hope I will. But we'll see that, if it was a legal buy, if what I mean by legal is that if it was in hours, we would have had a scalp here on this 20 minute. It'll tell you that it's a scalp on the 20 minute EMA bar. And then that the buy was at 1308. And we go to sell, we can see it was a scalp EMA 20 on a 3-bar down. This 3-bar on a buy is going to be a 3-bar up. I guess I'll relabel that so it actually says that. We sold at 317, which was a 9 cents difference. So to know what you're looking for, and I'll go back here, even though this is out of sight of trading hours. In order for us to buy, we need a couple different indicators. One is going to be a 3-bar up, which we see here. That's where you have 3 positive bars or up bar, bullish bars. And that third bullish bar has to be above the 20 EMA. If it's not above the 20 EMA, when I say above, if it's got a wick, that wick has to be above the 20 EMA too. We are also looking for an engulfing bar, which I don't see here, but we got another 3-bar up. We can see we got 3 bars. It checks on that on the last bar. It checked for the last 3. Even though this bar is a bearish bar, it's still an up bar because it's above the previous 2. So we got the buy signal here. It's also above the 20 EMA. We don't care about the RS line strength indicator, scalping this 20. And we can see we don't have another sell yet because we need a 3-bar down, which we didn't get here or here because Oh, this looks pretty close. It looks like it should have gave us a 3-bar down here, but it didn't. It didn't give us a 3-bar down here because we are still touching that 20 EMA. Let's see if I can get a little bit closer. It's hard to tell if that's actually touching or not. It may be touching, and that's why we didn't get one there. We didn't get a 3-bar down cell here because that's not completely under the EMA. We also have our 1x1 cell signal indicator here on a, let me blow this up. This is a 5-bar down, and I'm going to put in here OBOS for 1x1 cell. What we're looking for here is we're looking for 5 consecutive bars down, and that the RSI line is below this 30 level, at the 30 or below it. When we get that, we get a cell indicator on our next bar. You can see it here. It pushes. What this little symbol is actually an auto send for a buy. However, the auto send, because the auto send still needs to be confirmed on ThinkorSwim script, from what I can tell, I haven't looked into it enough to see if there's a way to bypass it. It doesn't actually send an order, which is okay. I like having this dashed line here because just looking at the color of it and see the direction that it's going will tell me if we lost or won on this trade. So we look for that 5-bar down, we make sure it's below this 30 RSI line, and then we wait for a sell indicator. In this case, our sell indicator is going to be a 3-bar down. In order for it to be a 3-bar down and qualify for a sell, that first bar has to be at the 30 RSI line, and it looks like it's just on that 30 RS line. I have put the actually it's got to be on the 70, not 30. I apologize. However, this did not make. You can see here I put it in. It's 61. I'll have to go back and figure out why we got a sell there. Yeah, because we don't have an engulfing bar back to check that bar where that bar would have been in. We're on a 4-bar down, but nevertheless, even on a 4-bar, okay, 4-bar down, it's not a 3-bar down pattern, it's a 4-bar down pattern. So I have a 3-bar down pattern, a 4-bar down pattern, and for selling, and a 5-bar down pattern for a buy signal. So on the 4th bar down, we look at the first bar to see if that was at the 70 RSI line. It was. I have the wrong bar indicated here for these. For the RSI, I'll go back and correct that. Actually, let me just do it now. I'll have to. So we're looking on the sell side. We're looking at a 4-bar down sell. Where's my 4-bar down? Four-bar down. And we're going back 3 bars on this, and the RSI here on the 3-bar down should be back 2 bars. Okay, so I gotta come over here and hit OK. And now you can see that we're checking the 4th bar back because we're on this bar. We go 3-bar back on the RSI. We can see the level 1 is at 71.57. So we're pretty strict on the 1-bar 1 buy. I also had put in here what we sold it at, what we bought it at, the profit loss. You can see it was 11 cents here. Now, granted, this is on the 1-minute chart. The 1-minute chart can be a little bit too volatile for some of these indicators, just going through it, which is why I made the 20 EMA or EMA 20 scalper. We can see we got another buy signal here for the scalp. We talked about that one earlier. Again, we don't look at the RSI level for the scalp. We just got to wait for our sell indicator, which we haven't got one yet. If we move over, and the important thing about this too, before I go on, if we're going to buy and sell on a particular chart, you have to stay on that chart. You don't have to stay it on the full time, but you can't be on a 1-minute chart and trading on a 5-minute chart. So like, for example, if, okay, we got a scalp here on the 5-minute chart, we should watch the 5-minute chart if we're looking to sell that. If we watch the 1-minute chart, we will not get an audible sound, an audible bell saying, hey, you got to sell on a 5-minute chart. So you got to make sure that you go back and forth and watch the charts if you're buying on different chart levels like 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minutes, so on. We can see on the 5-minute chart we're a little bit more stable. We got a scalp EMA for the 20 for a 3-bar up, and we got a sell over here the following day, which we only made 44 cents on. That same day we got a 1333 buy. We can see over here we sold at 13.9, we lost 24 cents, and then we got another buy this day, which is Friday. Again, we got our buy price, we got our buy signals here, RSI level, we got a 3-bar up buy, and we have our RSI level that we're checking that's below 30, that's checked on the first bar. Again, we got to wait for a signal. And these indicators can be used, again, as I said, on any minute chart. You just got to be looking at those charts if you're going to be, especially if you're going to be scalping the 20-minute EMAI line. You want to look at those charts to make sure you don't miss anything. We got 2 scalps here. Oddly enough, they're at the same buy price, which is weird because they don't look like it. This is going to be at the top, which is 1336. The other one's 1316. I read that wrong. Made 11 cents here, and oddly enough, made 11 cents there on that. We got another scalp buy on the 20 EMA, 1318, waiting for a sell. Again, we got our 3-bar up pattern. Again, this bar is out of the time zone. I don't know why it's checking the stuff out of the time zone. But it's a good indicator. Bought it at 12.19. Just got to wait for the sell signal on the 1 buy 1 sell. If we look at the 30-minute chart, again, we're scalping. Lost 64 cents here, gained 13 here, waiting. If you can go out to the 1 hour, I wouldn't go past the 4 hour. We can see we got a couple of scalps here, 10 cents there, lost 77, up 20. We got a buy indicator for a 1 buy 1 sell, just waiting for the sell. We go out to the 4 hour. Where's my 4 hour? We can see here we got a few more scalps. You're going to probably see more price differences here. We can see on the first scalp, we gained $7.64. On the second one, we lost 83 cents. Third one, we lost $1.59. Lost 72 cents on the fourth one here. We did get a 1 buy and a 1 sell where we gained $1.97. And these are also going to be different. So like, for example, if we go to the SPY, I'll bring up the SPY. We're looking at the 4 hour chart here. We can see that we had a scalp. Now, these are a lot of different days, as you can, let me bring that back down. As you can tell by the dates, we got a buy in here probably around 9:16. And this scalp, because it is a 4 hour bar, there's only 2 bars in the trading day. We're waiting a lot of days looking at this chart, but you can see gain is $15, almost $16. Gain's almost $11 on a scalp. We got a 1 buy 1 sell. We gained $25. We got another scalp for $1.77, and now we're waiting. So if you want to do something a little bit long term, these indicators would be really good because you can see you're making a lot of money if you're doing this long term, and they give you good indicators here. I personally stick with the 5-minute chart. We can see on the 5-minute chart, and let me get rid of some of these drawings here. They were for something else. Okay, we can see on the 5-minute chart, all we've done is scalp. Bought in down here, sold up here, $7.25. Bought in up here, down here, sold up here, $4.70. We may get a 3-bar down pattern like this here, and we can see in this case the first bar does not make the RSI level that we're looking for. The third bar does, but I don't check that third bar. I don't know if there's another indicator here. Let's see, we got a good 3-bar down here, or a 4-bar down even, where our first bar in this 3-bar down pattern here gives us a good, hey, we should sell here. Oh no, it doesn't meet the RSI level. Sorry, apologize, my bad there. We also did not get the 5-bar down level because that first bar does not meet our criteria of being down here. And it also doesn't meet the criteria of being up here. We also don't sell on a bearish engulfing bar, nor do we sell on a downward 3-bar or a 3-down bar if we're below this 200 EMA, because we're going to just lose money on that kind of scalp. Let's go to Palantir. We can see in Palantir we got a lot of action going on the 5-minute chart. We got our first scalp here at made 414. Second scalp we did was a quickie, lost $1.97. We got a 5-down bar buy indicator here. We don't see that sell till 3 days later, and it's for a profit of $5.03. We got some more scalping going on here. These don't look all that great. Gain of 13, loss of 76, loss of $1.77. Like I said, not everyone's going to be a winner. And when we start going sideways, I don't check for narrow paths like I did on the last one. So we don't trade this the sideways movement. You just got to be careful there. If you see something go sideways, just stay away from it. We did get another good scalp here. We bought in at $1.23 or $123.37. We sold at $127.07. Wound up making $3.70 off that. Again, if we go to the 1-minute chart on the Palantir, it's not that bad. We zoom in on this. We made 60 cents here, $5.96 here, lost 54 cents here. We got a strict 1 buy 1 sell buy indicator, but we don't have a sell yet, so we're just waiting to see what the sell on that is. If we go further out into the 4-hour bar here, made $5.41, $30.79, $18.36 here. We can see Palantir, if you're going to scalp Palantir long term, it looks like a lot of money. Again, this is long term. We're looking at here, we probably bought in around September. And this is 2023, so again, it's not something recent. That'd be more over on this side. So if this was September, looking at the sell here, that was probably a month later, about a month later for $5. Then we bought in here. That's going to be around November, late October, early November. We didn't sell till almost January, so almost a month and a half later, but it was a gain of $30. Now this was on the 20 EMA. We don't have a 1 buy 1 sell until we get over here. Again, it being on a 4-hour chart, you only get 2 bars in the trading day, so you're looking for several trading days to make the pattern that you want to see with these indicators, so you know when to buy and when to sell. And this might be interesting for a long-term play for people interested in a long-term buy. I might look into one of those. Again, I mean, this can be used on a daily. What I would do, so for example, on Palantir, if we were doing a 5-minute chart, and I got a buy signal here, like I got the buy signal here. Now, granted, I can pull up the options chain. I can't see what the options were for that day, but I know my buy was at $125. I know this buy, if I look back over to here and bring this up, it moved $5. And it can probably move $5 on average. I would probably go $2 out of the money, and I would probably go a week out. So in this case, I'd go a week out. $2 out of the money would give you, $630 to buy that call. Chances are it's going to hit. All right, there's not a whole lot more to say about this. If you got any questions, let me know. This is mostly for the people in the Discord channel. We're going to be moving this over to TradingView too, so we can get in on other platforms such as Moomoo, because I have a Moomoo account and an Interactive Brokers account. So with that, we want to be able to hit as many platforms as we're able to. Again, I will probably start using this come tomorrow for my live trading, or Monday for my live trading. When I do trading just based off these indicators, I probably won't start streaming this live until June 9th, where I'll just put it on YouTube Live for a stream. You can watch the indicators come and go on the SPY for buy sell. And then I will also keep an Excel sheet that I'll share in the Discord channel on money made, money lost, and stuff like that. Again, you have any questions, you can hit me up on the YouTube on this video, or you could find me in the Discord channel and ask the questions there. Laters.